according to the Bible, man. All right. There's no such nation as white. That's not a nation, man. They're not white, man. They're Edomites. Okay. They descend from Esau. The reason they call themselves white is because white means purity. So they're trying to put that label on themselves, man. Going back to, what was that, 1681? All right, that was the first time they started to call themselves that. That's all psychological, man. All right? And the reason they call you Negroes black is because black represents what? Negativity. All right? So that's why we don't say we're not black Hebrew Israelites. We are the Hebrew Israelites. All right? Esau puts that label on us, man. Okay? We never mentioned the word we're black Hebrew. No, we're Israelites. We are the Israelites. All right? We descend from Jacob. That's it. And they just happen to be brown skin. All right? From a dark brown to a light brown. That's it. Melanin, man. Okay? But Esau has to put that label on it. You know, he has to try and fit you in that box. Just like that Edomite that came up to the cap in London, man. He tried to put them brothers in a box. So the brothers brought the brother, the Pash out. The brother who looks like an Edomite, right? So, and then he had nothing to say. Is he a black Hebrew Israelite? Then they had nothing to say. Okay? Because guess what, man? This thing is not about a color, so to speak. All right? This is not about that. This is about your seed line, your lineage. All right? Through your father's side, man. That's what it's about. Because we have Jakes that look like all different nations, man. Israelites that look like all different nations. But the predominant look of an Israelite is me. The predominant look of an Israelite is Shaft. The predominant look of an Israelite is Wesley Snipes, so on and so forth, man. Idris Alba, all right? That's the predominant look of an Israelite. And that's what the Israelites look like. That's what the Israelites always look like, man. If you go back to our ancient forefathers. Okay? You know, the Issacharite, the so-called Mexicans, that's how the average Issacharite looks. Does that mean you don't have Issacharites that look like Edomites or Issacharites that look like Moabites? No, man. That's not what it means. Like I said, Esau is all about deception. Let's get Isaiah 60. Isaiah 60, verse 2, and it reads, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. All right? So this is the time that we're living in right now. We're living in the time when the darkness has covered the earth. All right? The philosophies of the so-called white man has destroyed this earth, man. All right, his way of thinking. All right, you know, Esau will put out some madness out there, right? Some philosophy out there, and he'll say it like it's true. All right, like he has the proof to back it up when he doesn't. All right. Remember when I was a kid, they used to talk about how a meteorite came and destroyed all the dinosaurs. That's foolishness, man. They don't even speak about that theory no more. All right. But that's the type of madness that Esau comes up with, man. And he pushes that as truth. And these people believe it. So therefore these people are in what? They're in darkness, man. They don't have the light. Okay? We have the light. Alright? The brothers out here pushing this word out. We have the light, man. We're that light that's on the hill. Okay? Or that city on the hill, I should say. Okay? This is verse, continuing on verse 2, and it says, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee, shall be seen upon the elect. Okay? So the brothers out here, we're pushing that light. We're giving them that light in the midst of this darkness. Alright? Because if you try to tell these people, man, certain things, man, try to tell them, that there's no evolution is false and all this and that. These people will try and fight you. Even though they don't have no basis on, they don't understand the theory of it fully, but they'll still try and fight you because that's what Esau has pushed out there. They've learned that their whole life, so that's what they believe. All right, without any evidence to back it, man, or any common sense, to substantiate it, man. All right. But they'll actually fight you, they'll actually argue with you, right, for hours about that topic, even though they know nothing about the topic. They don't know about carbon dating, all right? They don't know anything about that. But yet they're gonna speak like they're an authority at that subject because that's what they've been taught. So that has to do with them being in what? In darkness, man. Not having that light. Okay? Well, we got that light not of our own selves, but of Yahushua. Okay? That's how we got that light. Let's get 1 Timothy 6. We're tired of Esau's opinions, man. Esau's, way of thinking. That's gonna be done away with too, man. All right, because it's false. It's not right. It's opposite from the way that the Most High set it up to be. This is 1 Timothy 6. First Timothy 6:20, and it reads, O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called. All right, so that's what that is, man. Those philosophies and those evolution theories, that's all a science falsely so called, man. All right, they proclaim it to be science, but science means what? It means truth. All right, but that's not true. Right, that's just some made-up theory that they came up with. All right, which sounded the best, and they put that out there as fact, but it's not fact. Okay, so that's why the scripture says it's what? Science falsely so called. It's so called science. Just like we call the white man the so-called white man. All right, he's not really white, but we call him the so-called white man to what? So you understand who we're talking about. But that's not what he is. He's not white. All right, you look at his skin color. He's not white. All right, he's red. All right, the blood shows forth through his skin. But it's the same thing with this. All right, this is not true science. What they're speaking about, it's false science, man. It says, which some professing have heard concerning the faith, grace be with thee among. All right, and the reason Esau comes up with these crazy wayward theories is because Esau lacks faith. All right, Esau's not a man of faith; he's a carnal man. All right, while Israelites, us, we're spiritual people. All right, that's why when you go back to that movie, what was that movie? The series, The Kingdom AD, something like that, when it was going into the Lord. The Romans were speaking about how spiritual the Israelites were. Well, you can't do that because if you do that, you know what? These people are so spiritual. If the wind blows a certain way, they'll say it's this and that. Okay, because we're spiritual people. But Esau is not spiritual, and that's hence why he sold his birthright, man. All right, that's why he sold his birthright, because he wasn't spiritual. He didn't really believe in that blessing. Okay, when Jacob came to him and gave him that opportunity, to say, okay, you want that? You want this food? Okay, you can get this food, but you got to sell me your birthright. Because Jacob had no problem giving the whole pot. He could give him the whole pot and make another one and give him more. He didn't have a problem doing that, but he was content with just that bowl, man. All right. Because Jacob, right, our forefathers understood the spiritual benefit of that blessing, all right, or of that birthright, and he believed in that. But Esau didn't believe in that. Why? Because Esau's a carnal man. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to Genesis, man. Genesis real quick. Okay, this is Genesis 25. Genesis 25 and 29, all right? And it reads, and Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. All right? And it wasn't done, all right? That's why it was red, because it wasn't done. The meat within it wasn't done. All right? And it says, and Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? You see, he didn't believe in the profit of the spiritual birthright, man. All right? That's why Esau, like I said, Esau's a carnal person, man. He don't believe in that. All right? He believes in what you can prove to him. All right? That's why when it comes to the scriptures, Esau always searches it out, man. Esau has his archaeologists digging for the things that are written about in the scriptures. They find it, and then Esau will believe in it. Okay? Like Pharaoh's chariots. They found that in the what they call the Red Sea or whatever. All right? They found Pharaoh's chariots at the bottom of the sea, so they say, okay, yeah, so that happened. You understand? But that's the only way Esau could believe it. We believe it based upon faith. We don't believe it because they found it. We believe it based upon faith. But as you can see here, Esau didn't see no profit in the birthright, man. All right? He didn't see no profit in the birthright. He thought to get one meal was better than to get his birthright. Which shows what? He's not a man of integrity, all right? And he's a carnal person, all right? So this is the society that we're living in. We're living under that vibration of Esau right now. But when the